Welcome to the Where's the Finish podcast. We are three runners talking to our friends, sharing stories about running, training, life, and asking the quintessential question, where's the finish? WTF.
Welcome back to Where's the Finish podcast. I'm Kevin.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Shae.
And today we have a special guest with us, Danielle Witkowski.
That's me.
Welcome to the podcast, Danielle. So thank you for taking your time out of your day to come hang out with us. So I met Danielle at a recent Gate to Gate, which we talked about on a couple podcasts ago when we had Patrick Gallagher on. She was running I think you did the 50K or did you do the 25K?
I did the 25K.
The 25K.
I did the 50 last time, yeah.
Yep. So I got to chit-chatting with you because I noticed your shirt and I was like, oh, that's very interesting. So we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Wait, no.
Wait a minute.
What do you mean?
What was the
Talk
shirt?
about it later. Talk about it now, you sucker.
Oh, well, what was your shirt? Do you remember what you had on your shirt, Danielle?
The Marathon Des Sables.
Marathon Des Sables.
And you're like, I've heard of this before.
I have. I was like, oh, this person's very interesting. I need to have more conversations with this person. So
This is one of those races that you watch documentaries
yes,
about.
that is very
So,
true.
Yeah. Of course we've heard of
I was
this
like,
one, you know.
oh man.
And the camel is real. There's really a camel that follows you. So you have to beat the camel, yeah.
You have to beat the camel.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I could just see a spreadsheet.
Can you sabotage the camel?
What are you going to do with the camel?
You trip the camel.
You can't trip the camel.
Have you seen their long, stupid legs? Of course you can trip a camel.
Dude, camels are mean.
What if you drink all the water from his humps?
That's not what's... There's probably water, but
If you tried to trip a camel, it'd probably spit at you.
They're mean.
Oh,
Camels
yes.
are mean.
I rode a camel
Oh,
one
yes.
time in United Arab Emirates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Which hump did you ride on?
It was a one hump camel.
one hump?
Between the humps?
Yeah, it was a one hump
You
camel.
didn't ride between
I
them?
didn't read betide. That's a different type of camel.
Oh,
hump.
okay.
Front.
I'm not
top,
humping any
behind.
camels.
Oh, Joe's definitely a top.
Oh, what the crap! I just popped a kitty.
Oh, no.
Oh, now white stuff is squeezing out his butt.
Okay,
Don't.
sorry about this. Kevin has this stress ball. Oh my gosh, it's like
I told you, white stuff is dripping out his butt.
No, we need to throw it away.
Oh, my God.
Okay, we apologize. I don't know. It's a little stressful.
Joe broke my
broke the
ball.
stress toy.
Joe's so stressed right now.
I can't help it. I was so strong.
You're like, ugh.
It's one of those ones that's meant to have like googly eyes and stuff.
Yes,
when
but you
squeeze it.
you don't have to squeeze it so hard you break it, Joe.
I'll have to buy you another one. I'll get one. I'll get one that'll
A
handle
stronger one.
my
Here, we
grip.
we can just.
I practice my grip
Okay.
a lot. You know.
Damn it. We told you we would squirrel. We squirreled way too fast, way too hard.
It's okay.
What?
Okay, I feel
Squirrel?
right at home.
Well, I want to hear more about this humping camel thing that you ran.
No, we should talk more about who she is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Well, we gotta get
you
there.
have a very storied career in ultras and running.
Yeah.
So where did it even come
Funny
from?
enough, I have only run ultras for maybe like 3 years. But I've been running since I was 10 years old. So basically started by watching the Comrades Marathon with my father.
Yeah. That's
And
great.
And I was, like a little girl looking up to her dad and want to make him proud. So one day I came home and we just finished watching the Comrades and I was running around the house and then my brother was handing me little cups of water. And my dad came home, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm training for the Comrades.
That's amazing.
So that's basically where my career started. So,
You have an accent. And
Yeah.
Comrades is an African race. So
South Africa.
Did you watch it
Yep.
live or was you watching it on the television?
No, we always watch it on TV. We're a little broke to go.
Yeah,
watch it
of
in
course.
person.
But you're from South Africa, though, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So how far
Small
away
town.
did you grow up from, like where the course went?
It's probably about 5 hours. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
it. That's
Yeah.
like Durban. So
That
you run
makes
from
sense.
city to city. Yeah. So
Wow.
this year is actually down. So I'm running it this year for my 50th birthday.
Hey.
And is it the 50th Comrades this year?
I'm not sure.
No, it's been going since the early 1900s. It's one of the
Wow.
oldest ultra marathons in the world. It's actually the oldest ultra marathon.
So we've talked about comrades a few times here on our podcast, just because that's kind of on our bucket list as well. So do you mind maybe sharing with some folks here that listen to the pod and kind of explaining a little bit about what comrades is?
So, yeah, like I said, Comrades has been around for a very long time. It actually attracts a lot of nationalities from pretty much all over the world. I think they cap at like 30,000, if I'm not mistaken, applicants. And they do have a qualifying time, which is not there. I mean, most people can actually achieve it. I think it's like a 450 marathon, but then you can also use other distances to qualify. And it actually started, I think it was to honor the military guys back in the day. And if I'm not mistaken, it started in the 1920s. I'm not 100% sure. So every year they change the course. So one year they run from Durban to Pietermaritzburg, and then the next year they run the other way around. And basically, one year it's downhill and one year it's uphill.
Is it uphill or downhill this year?
But so it's a down year, but here's the thing, the down and the up, it's still quite a bit of elevation. I think
Either
it's
way.
like 8,000 feet of
Even on the
elevation
down.
in the down.
Wow.
Yeah. There's still quite a bit of climbing, whether it's a down or an up, it's just the net.
Yeah. And I think most people don't realize, I think it's a lot harder on your body to run downhill than uphill.
I agree with that.
I've kind of discovered that when we were running I will talk about my around the world race, but the downhills were pretty hard on my knees.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't have knee problems, but it's really hard on your body. It exhausts you pretty quickly.
So when did you move to the States? When did you move stateside?
So I moved here 2000.
Okay.
Exactly the year 2000. So I've been here. Next year is 25 years I've been here.
What brought you to the States?
Oh boy, a man.
A boy or a man?
A man. Yeah, he was a little older than me.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah. But I went to school here. I went back to school, studied, and now I do anesthesia. That's my career. Yeah. Nice. So that's how. So I have a very nice work-life balance. I work 3 days a week, so that's how I afford to do these races and afford the time.
The time is always the time is a huge thing for most people.
Yeah,
because we can go to the races, but taking the time off work when most people have extremely limited time off.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So being able to have that is a huge.
And then squeezing all the runs and you have to do in your training to get there. Sure. Yeah.
It's hard it's hard to have a good work-life balance. A lot of people struggle with that and still try to be successful in ultra running and running. I mean, it's hard. It's not easy.
Well, and most ultra runners, they're not, although we have some superstar athletes out there, they're not like other professions where they're doing it full time and making loads of money. Mm-hmm. Most of us pay to run these events because we want to do it versus being sponsored or making money or being, professional athletes in it.
If anybody listening wants to sponsor me, I am currently accepting sponsorships.
I will give you $1.
For what?
Me too.
Yeah, I got $1 in my pocket right now. I'll give it to you.
How far do I got to run for $1?
Yeah, I'll hand it to you just because I like you.
10 miles.
10 miles. That's an expensive dollar.
$1, yeah.
So I wish it was a little easier to do things like, especially for the really good athletes out there. I mean, because you could be working with a famous ultra marathon and runner, and you would never know it just because they're out there, just everywhere. Mm-hmm. Plugged into schools, teaching kids, or working in hospitals, or all of them have to manage their personal lives.
That's true.
Yeah, I just started working. So I moved to Gainesville, so I started working at Chance, and it was amazing, how many people I meet there. And I don't really talk a lot about it. I guess people find out, or they see it on Facebook or something, and then they're like, "Oh my God, I saw you run this race, or you did this." And there's a lot of people that are pretty, serious, marathon runners. So it's pretty unique, pretty cool.
Well,
how many people in the healthcare. Mm-hmm.
Gainesville is quite the running community too. I mean, you have all the collegiate athletes and people associated with the University of Florida. We had quite a few Olympic athletes from the University of Florida this year. There's, but we're down in Ocala, 45 minutes away, and it's a completely different world. But if I was to go to Gainesville to run, I'm like, I'm a back of the pack runner, but I might not even run at all if I'm.
We've been to Gainesville and ran.
Oh,
there's so many different. There's all the brewery run clubs. So the C&G club, which one? So I know Verity goes usually to the C&G. That's the Cypress and Grove. Then I think they have another, maybe they've got a Monday run.
Well, all the races they have out on the Gainesville Hawthorne Trail, they do have a lot of stuff there.
There's a huge ultra community in Gainesville.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Yeah, I started going to some of the races, which Gate to Gate one is a pretty cool race. I love that race. That's why I meet some people like that I still am in touch with, but I think it's like what he was saying. Gainesville was kind of developed to be like a community where they didn't want it too city. So they have a lot of trails and it's very pedestrian friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I think that helps.
Yeah.
Because I used to live in Boca.
Oh.
It was so hard to run.
Okay, so you don't live in Boca anymore. You're now totally in Gainesville.
Yeah, totally in Gainesville.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations,
Actually,
by the way, on your house purchase. You just told us that you
Thank
purchased a
you.
house today.
No, actually, we're gonna be living on the Suwannee River, which is my absolute dream. So that's like Levy County, Fowler's Bluff area.
So many great running opportunities out there too.
Yes.
You got the Nature Coast Trail, which is if you run all of it out and back, it's
love the Nature
100
Coast Trail.
kilometers you can do out there easily on that trail.
Yeah.
And that's all paved.
It is.
Yeah. And so many other parks and areas where you can run, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a great
Yeah.
running
The
area.
Florida Trail goes right by there too.
I mean, even the roads, because it's a very like a farming community. There's all those areas out there, farming community. So you could run the streets and not, all thing it's going to run you over is a tractor. There's nothing else out
Or
there.
a deer.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
you
right.
might run into a deer.
Well, no camels.
No camels.
Listen, you guys are gonna laugh. I work in the hospital. Then we were in do trauma, and we had this guy come in, and they said he hit a deer. And my first question is like, is the deer okay? It was actually a dead deer. He tripped over
Oh, he hit a dead deer.
with his little scooter.
Oh, like moped?
I don't know if it was a moped or one of
Okay.
those
How many
bikes.
like moped injuries do you see?
Quite a bit. I think it's quite a bit. Yeah, so we rotate. So I'm not always on trauma, but we rotate. But yeah, there's quite a bit of like motor vehicle accidents, motorcycle accidents, people falling off of stuff.
They ride those things everywhere. In
Yeah, so
Gainesville.
Gainesville is like the
Yeah.
moped capital. They
They're
have
on-
you'll just drive down your University Ave and it's just
rows and rows and
extreme
rows of them.
mopeds.
And they're probably cheap to pick one up at the end of school season.
Well, and also probably. And you don't need a motorcycle endorsement to get one.
Right.
So all the university students just buy themselves a
And they ride everywhere. They're on the sidewalks. They're in the road. They're going against traffic. They're going with traffic. They're everywhere.
No, mopeds, not e-bikes.
all of them. I'm talking about mopeds because
Anything with a motor.
Yeah, because I work for the VA hospital. I'm a remote employee now, but I used to go to the VA every day to work right across the street from where you worked at, and and we dealt with them a lot, all the time. I mean, they were always pulling out in front of cars, and
How many tickets did you ride for mopeds, Joe?
very, very rare did we get them because they didn't come onto the campus where we were at. But
You were waiting.
But the kids, they
Always
would
watch.
ride no helmets. The kids would wear like no shoes or flip flops on like these little tiny shorts, just like nothing, and they're doing 25, 30 mile an hour down a busy highway.
I mean, that's how I would ride a moped. Shirtless with
they
tiny
have
shorts
them
and
on the
flip flops.
side- Like they're on the sidewalk, so you really
Yeah.
have to watch out.
yeah.
So when you cross over the street and you go on the sidewalk, you really have to watch because I guess they built some of those little trails for mopeds and not mopeds, but the little e-bikes and
Yeah.
the little scooters and stuff. So yeah, you have to watch out.
They're everywhere.
So,
Well-
2000, you moved to the States. You went to school, and you kind of established a career and kind of got into the running scene. So, 10 years old, you started running. How did your running kind of manifest into ultra running? When did you kind of transition from 5Ks, 10Ks to marathons to ultras?
So I moved to Miami and I actually met, I don't know if you guys know him, Nicholas Romanoff. He's like a world famous scientist, running coach. So he started training me and I wanted to do 1500, 800 like I did in high school. And but I was pretty good at it. I went all the way to nationals in South Africa, and he basically told me, he's like, no, girl, you need to do long distances, because I have like a natural endurance, like I can just go wherever. And he basically talked me into it. So I was a little resistant. I was like, no, I want to do nothing more than a 5K. And I guess once I started doing my first marathon, I just kind of fell in love with that. And then that was kind of too short for me. So then I started being
I love it. It's like, it's too short for me. We feel the same way sometimes.
You know what I love about the multi-day races? Like when you run a marathon, you meet people, but those multi-day races, you actually live with other people for like a week or two. Like when we were in the desert, and you build these like really connections and bonds with these people. And I still talk to all these people that I met, you know, and because you basically live together on an airplane, or you live together in a tent in the desert, and you know, you get to know each other, and you kind of rely on each other because you have very limited resources out there. So I think that's what I kind of really fell in love with the sport. And I feel like the ultra community is very different. It's not very competitive. It's not, you know, they don't always talk about time and what your mile per minute is, and you know, stuff like that. So it's a much more, I guess, runner-friendly community. And even when you're out there and you run and you trip, nobody laughs at you. They might laugh at you behind your back.
Oh, if I'm going to laugh at somebody for tripping, I will make sure they're okay, and then I laugh. I wait until I know they are 100% okay, and then it's funny.
Joe does it to me every time we run on trail.
Well, that's because I've run for 4 years now, and I have yet to fall on trail.
It's going to happen. I'm going to push you down.
So one of the things I was talking about with a friend, Jessie, I ran the Space Coast Marathon with her yesterday. And basically what I said is like, well, yeah, on trail or trail races, you can run a trail 50K in one place, and then you can run a trail 50K in another place, and your time could be wildly different.
Yes.
Because they're wildly different courses. You can't go apples to apples like a lot of people do for marathons.
Mm-hmm.
No. And I run so much faster on the road than I run on the trails, because I constantly have to look. And it's weird because you have to kind of look down where you step. And like I remember with the gate to gate, it's those little tiny little roots that you don't see that gets you.
And the trip wire.
And then you just, and then your legs hurt so bad, and you trip, and you, and every curse word comes out of your mouth. You don't care at that point, and you're tired. Yeah.
Well, and then Patrick told us when we had him on a couple weeks ago. So, so you've done the 50K before, so in the second loop that you do, somehow the hills have gotten bigger, right?
Oh, yes.
Those hills at that certain point, they got so much bigger. He told us they are heat activated. So that's why they're bigger in the second half.
And you kind of know what you're getting yourself into, and you're kind of trying to remember. You're like, oh, crap, I still have so much longer to go.
Yep.
And I think that second loop is double. It's much longer, too.
Yes, it is.
So what was your first ultra that you did when you came into the ultra scene?
It was Keys 100, but I didn't do the 100. I actually did the 50K.
Oh, Keys. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I did the 50K, and I don't know if you guys know, it is hotter than hell.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
So I did the 100 a couple years ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did the 100 a couple years ago. But the 50K starts at 1 p.m.
The 50
Yes.
miler?
No, the 50K.
Oh, the 50K does. Oh.
They wait
Horrible.
until it's 125 heat index, and they're like, go.
Honestly, yeah.
Jeez, I'd rather run the 100. I'd rather be
Yeah,
out there enduring it.
It's not
No,
a
'cause
race I would pick as my first. No.
Yeah, no. First ultra Keys. Did you want to do it because it's iconic and you would end in the Keys?
No, I used to live in Boca, so it was really close to me, and I wanted to do it. But I'm one of those crazy people. I go from 0 to 100. My husband was like, no, you need to do a 50K, and then you can do a 50 miler, and then you can do 100.
Nice.
So, but I'm gonna tell you, I haven't done it. I was supposed to do that 100 with you guys in 2 weeks, but I had to pull down to a 50.
Yeah.
50
Oh, for the
miler.
Daytona?
Yeah, because I don't have crew, and he actually told me I can do it without crew because I've done some of these other races, but it's just the logistics of like getting to your car, getting back, not having support. But
I mean, you could have reached out to us. I'm doing the 100, no crew, no pacers.
And I'm doing the 50 miler, but I'm going to do it with crew.
Yeah, I'm your crew.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll hang with you.
So you'll have people out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's true. Like even, but it's just like I have my animals at home and I have nobody to watch them, and
Yeah.
so yeah, so I was like, yeah, I can't like because my husband was gonna go with me, and then he wasn't able to. So yeah, so yeah, Bob Baker is the same guy that does those races.
Yep.
So I just reached out to him, yeah, and he was like, no, it's no problem. But then, so my first one was Keys, which was very hot. But I actually like running in the heat. I do so
Same.
much better in the
Me
heat.
too.
Yeah,
Me too.
the hotter it is. Like when I went around the world, everybody was dying when we got in Brazil. Those doors open. I was like, Mama, I'm home. It was so nice.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great transition here. So
Yeah.
you've mentioned this a couple times, this race around the world. So tell us more about this, because I was really drawn to this story and I wanted to have a ton of conversation with you then. However, I wanted to save it for today because I wanted to share it with everyone because I think it's such a cool story.
Because he's just been like, oh my gosh,
I can't
you would not
wait.
believe. As soon as I finished,
So
as soon as I
that's
finished the
the one.
50K, he's like, you would not believe the person I met.
Yeah, so that one was interesting because I was gonna I wanted to, because I do not like the cold. I hate the cold. I don't do well in it. I have asthma, so I don't do well with cold. But I like to challenge myself. So I said to my husband, "Are you okay if I go and do what is that one? The North Pole Marathon?" And I think what happened was because with COVID and everything, they kept on canceling it, for obvious reasons. So then my friend was like, well, there's a better race than that race. And I go, which one? It's the same company that does it. She's like, it's the 7 marathons in 7 continents in 7 days. So of course I was very intrigued. And I was like, well, we're doing that one. So I went and I had to convince
It's like, I can't do North Pole, so I may as well do 7 continents in 7 days. I mean, that's kind of the same.
So that was actually, so my dad passed away in 2019 and he was my coach since I was 10. So, I wanted to do something really epic for him. That's why I originally wanted to do the North Pole, and also because of the cold thing. So I said, let me do this. I said, I want to do this race. So I researched it. It's kind of very pricey. So I would recommend get a sponsor if you do this race.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll give you $1, Kevin.
$1? Okay.
Yes.
I'm on my
I'll
way.
give you $1. I'll
You
give
just
$2.
got
need
$2.
40,000
Yeah.
more people to give you $1.
I love it. If you're all listening
so-
right now, give me $1.
Yeah, but it's so worth it. It's like the most epic thing I've ever done in my life. So basically, you basically run 7 marathons on every continent in 1 week. So you have 1 week to complete it. So wanted to do this race, and a lot of us like fundraised or did it for like a purpose or whatever. So basically, you meet in Cape Town.
Okay.
And so from Cape Town, they wait for a window because Antarctica is very tricky because you have to go there when the weather is perfect. So then you fly on this amazing airplane called the Illusion, which is like a Russian, cargo plane. So there's only the 2 little windows on the side, so you can't see when you land. It was freaky. And you have these very experienced pilots that land you in Antarctica. And I have actually never seen snow before I went to Antarctica.
What?
Ever.
What?
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Did you make a snow angel or anything like that?
Absolutely. I was laying there like I was on the beach. My friends took pictures. It was so cool.
Oh, we need to see
Yeah,
these
that's
photos.
so
This is
good.
amazing.
Oh, I'm going to send you guys pictures.
Good,
That was the
yeah.
most amazing thing. So I'm getting there, and everybody was like, wait, you have to get off last because we need to see your reaction when you see snow for the first time.
That's so
Oh my God, it was absolutely amazing. Like it's nothing. It's so untouched. It's absolutely amazing. So we basically ran like I think it was like a mile, and they had to change the course because there was a storm when we were there in Antarctica. And so basically they had to keep us close to base. So we literally run down. I think it was like 1.1 miles, and then we ran back. But let me tell you, nothing can prepare you for any on that. It was
How
crazy.
cold was it?
So when we got there, it was I think 7 degrees Fahrenheit, but with the wind chill, it was negative 25.
no.
I thought I was gonna die.
So what do you like? How do you prepare for what did you do?
Did you have to rent gear?
yeah,
Cold gear?
how did that
No,
work?
no, I just so funny enough, like you basically layer, and then you just have to get stuff that doesn't let air in. So you have to have like a good like a windbreaker kind of base coat, very thin. So I bought the North Pole jacket, which is very thin. And then, you just have to layer, do different layers. Hands are important. My hands got pretty cold. But that was about it. I double socked. And then you get those little hand warmers. They're the best.
Yeah,
hot hands.
They're the best.
Yeah.
So you break them and you just stick them in your gloves or wherever you have cold spots. And I got cold. And so I had this little mask that I bought, but it's not it's just a little thing that you put over your face. And basically it heats the air when it's open. So it heats the air when you breathe in and out. I had no issues with my breathing. I had no issues with
like a balaclava, but it heats it for you.
Yeah, but even if you just do like the little face covering, the balaclava, you're fine. You're fine.
That is amazing. I need to
learn enough. I originally.
I don't know why you feel like you need to research this, Kevin, because you're not going to go somewhere to run where it's that cold.
Next year, our coach has asked us if we will do the world's longest turkey trot with him. And it's either from Chicago to Milwaukee or Milwaukee to Chicago.
Yes.
And next year it's Milwaukee to Chicago. Our coach lives in Milwaukee. I've done the event twice. It's about 100 miles. And it's the day after Thanksgiving. And Brian said, like, hey, I can give you the information. It's an amazing event. You stay in a group together.
Yep.
So you do the whole thing as a group from just city roads. And
there's always pictures of people like camping out in grocery stores and gas
convenience
stations
stores, and everybody looks miserable. It is the most
cold.
It's amazing.
My husband is from Wisconsin, so when he was giving me shit about, you don't know what cold is, so when I went to Antarctica, I said I never want to use.
Where in Wisconsin is he from?
Waukesha.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice.
You run right through Waukesha.
Milwaukee, Waukesha. He went to university there.
So, the turkey trot would be perfect for you. Milwaukee to Chicago next year. You start at the Amtrak station, and then you go down to the Bean in Chicago.
You flick it?
Oh, cool.
You flick, bink.
Flick the bing.
The big,
That's funny.
But, we were still talking about the
Antarctica.
Antarctica, yeah. So we were only there. We were supposed to be there for 8 hours. We were only there, but the Russians were laughing at us because we were at the Russian research station there, and they were like, "We don't even go out there." So we all went out there. It was so cold, but funny, the cold didn't bother me as much because I think once you start running, you generate heat. What was difficult is you run almost like on ice, so you find these little patches of snow that you like try to step on, because if you step on the ice, you slip. It's like running Yeah, so you don't want the deep snow because that's like run. And I think the best way to prep for this is to run on beach sand. But even running on beach sand, it's
sounds horrible.
That was probably my most difficult marathon, but it was probably my favorite one.
So they give you 8 hours for it. Did everybody get to finish the marathon?
No. So what happened is there was 2 people in wheelchairs, by the way. This was phenomenal. 2 people that were doing it with wheelchairs the whole race, and they were out there. So what happened was the storm came in and we had to leave. So I think we ended up being there 6 hours, but then they allowed some people to finish, the distance. But most people finished. Most of us finished. But you have to get out there at when the storms come in. So we had to leave.
How long did it take you to finish your marathon in Antarctica?
So I usually run about a 3:40 marathon. It took me over 5 hours.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it took me over 5 hours. Yeah, but I gotta add to somebody brought a little bug there, stomach virus or something. So about half of us got sick. So not only did we run, I was running and I was like, "Where am I gonna dig a hole in this ice?" I was so sick. I was just feeling.
That is not a fudge sickle.
No.
Like, don't step there. But
I mean, at least you could see the poop on the ground.
Yeah,
nice big brown
it was
spot.
actually I was just really nauseous, and I was like, it's just because I'm anxious or nervous or what's going on. But the funny thing is, because my husband and I are beekeepers too. That's another fun fact. So we're beekeepers. So I brought honey with me, and I had the honey in a little what do you call it? Like a little squeezy, that little gator. That little thing that you put your gels in,
like a gel flask full of honey.
I was frozen.
Oh,
It was
no.
frozen solid. Everything froze. Yeah.
Man,
like
that
they
cold,
were
like your body, if you get wet, that stuff, if you stop running, your
Yeah.
body's going to freeze. Or
Yeah.
anything that's dropping out the bottom of your body in a hole will freeze as soon as
Yeah,
it
it's
hits
like
the
when
ground.
Don't poop your pants, Joe.
no.
There's no,
No,
poop
so
in your pants.
anytime you take your hand out of your glove, it's literally seconds. Like your fingers were just
So
frozen.
if you had to poop, I'm going to go back to this poop thing because I'm interested about this. Like if you had to poop on the trail on this event, like you almost couldn't, like because you couldn't get.
Well, there was a bathroom. It was
okay.
like a zebra striped little. I think it was like I think they put these ship containers there.
Definitely
it was
in a
way-
bathroom, though,
but it
not
was-
a trail
but it-
poop.
Yeah, no,
No, it wasn't a trail poop.
no trail pooping on there.
Well, I mean, it's too. They're preserving the area, right? They don't want
you
people.
can't really
They don't
leave,
want it to turn into Mount Everest with all the freaking trash up there.
Yes, they don't want some penguin to come and step in your poop or your vomit.
PETA will be after you for hurting
That
a
is-
penguin for
no.
slipping on your poop.
It's worse than happy feet. It's unhappy feet.
Fucking unhappy feet. Oh gosh, that's good.
So, what did you do for nutrition and water then? Because like obviously your hydration would have frozen too.
So they had this little tent for us, and there was like water and juice and stuff in there for us. Nutrition, today you would have like fruit or gummies, but you can imagine that gummy worm is really hard.
Yeah.
I just stuck a bunch of gummy worms. Funny enough, when I did the whole World Marathon Challenge, my diet was gummy worms, M&Ms, and fruit.
Oh, that sounds like I eat every day.
I mean, it's like a 5-year-old diet. I brought stuff with me, but it's like, I always tell people what I love about running, and especially ultras, you have to have a plan A to a plan Z, because if plan A falls apart, then you go to plan B. And I never get super serious about nutrition either, because I'm like, your body just say, no, I don't want that. And, that's it. Like you crave weird different things at weird different times. And that's why I like these races where they actually have gummies and chocolate and
Yeah, you
whatever.
like ultra races. That's what it is.
But the logistics of this
Yeah.
thing, so like you're in Antarctica, that's,
Yeah.
I mean, to the next continent you got to go to, that's not a quick flight. I mean,
Yeah, so basically we slept on the plane, we changed on the plane, we socialized on the plane, we recovered on the plane. But it's funny, a lot of people thought jet lag was going to be an issue, and it really wasn't. You're so adrenaline pumped the first 2-3 days you barely sleep.
yeah.
And I think our longest flight was like 10 hours, which
Oh.
when we flew to Australia. But most of the flights, was like about 7 hours, like in between. But and then we had partially like business class, and then some of us just had these little blow up mattresses, and we slept in the long rows. We slept on the floor. It was the most cozy spot.
I love
So you
it.
just put your little mattresses there, and you cozy up, and you sleep there.
Now, are all the flights just people doing the 7 marathons, or does it include just regular people going like, what the heck are these people doing?
So some people brought their family with them. Some of them, there was 2 or 3 couples that brought their kid with them. 2 of the, not kids, they were like teenagers, but 2 of the teenagers actually, so they do different distances. They do a half, and they do a 10K, and they do a marathon distance.
so you're not flying like commercial. You're flying like a plane that's been chartered, and you probably
Yes.
y'all stayed on that same plane for the entire journey. Or-
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
wow.
So this
Okay.
this Russian aircraft that you were on, probably like a military style aircraft, I'm guessing.
Like a C-130.
Yeah, there was only for Antarctica.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
Yes. And then they did other planes for the other.
yeah, I mean, I've flown on
Yeah.
military aircraft a lot, and they're not very comfortable.
They're not fun. To
Yeah,
fly.
they're cold
Yeah,
and
no.
yeah.
Noisy as hell.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, that was exactly what it was.
so you flew to South Africa, and then
Yeah.
you flew from South Africa to Antarctica, and that's where you started your journey, was in Antarctica,
Yes.
correct? Where
Yeah.
did you go after Antarctica?
Back to South Africa.
Okay, back to South, and you ran in Cape Town?
Yeah, Cape Town on that, it looked right on the water there. It was
Wow.
it was so amazing. That was so Cape Town was hot, and a couple of us were pretty sick at this point.
Yeah.
So you would really, yeah. So I struggled with that one. I think I walked a lot, which I never walk, but I've learned to walk,
I love walking.
during races. So so yeah, I love that shirts when they say runners, it's okay to walk.
It is.
So I've learned that.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a technique to it. Like I told people, you don't just transition. I said you have to train your body. Like when I was training for this 100, I had to do like partially run and then partially walk because your body uses very different kind of muscles.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yep.
If a lot of people don't understand, especially people who just run and don't do any kind of walking, the walking destroys you so much if you do not practice it.
Yeah, all of my foot problems, whenever I have them, is coming from the walking part.
Because
not the running.
people don't practice walking and don't know how differently their feet move around in the shoe.
True. Yeah.
So you're fighting gastro issues.
Yes.
And you've arrived in Cape Town. And you've been to Cape Town before, I presume, at this point.
Yeah.
So that was nothing really new for you. But tell us a little bit about the scenery in Cape Town. I've never been to Cape Town. I want to go to Cape Town really bad.
So bad.
Oh, you gotta go. Oh my God. I think it's just because I'm from there, but it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. And the people there are just so amazingly friendly. They were so supportive. This is nothing running. I forgot what they call it, the peninsula, when you run on the ocean. Yeah, it was just absolutely breathtaking. So we would run all the way. There was like a little like a light tower there. And then you would turn around and you would run back. But it was like that typical, like what you would see in the movies of Cape Town.
Yeah.
And the way they took the pictures was like we would run, I think it's called Lion's Head, right by Cape Town, or right by the Table Mountain. So they were taking pictures of us with that in the background. It was so cool.
Oh.
Really
That's amazing.
That's amazing. So I will say, I'm kind of looking at the website for it, and I do want to interject and say the place you run in Antarctica is called Wolf's Fang.
Wolf's Fang?
Yes, that is the name of the place. So that's super badass. I just want to say.
That's also a character off of Cobra Kai.
I didn't even know that.
Wolf's Fang.
Yeah, it says you're going to Wolf's Fang, Antarctica.
Interesting.
Were there wolves there?
Yeah.
There were wolves in Antarctica? There were.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Did you see any penguins?
I know that. No, I was very disappointed, but I did see penguins in South Africa.
I say they have that
Yeah.
Cape Town area.
I would
They live on the beach?
I would struggle if I saw a penguin because it would take everything in me not to hide it
Not
in
to
my
go
jacket
squeeze it, right?
and take it home with me. It would
Give
be like,
the
you're getting
penguin
on
a
the fucking
hug."
plane with me.
Yeah, my daughter was just down in Peru visiting her boyfriend, and they took a ride to the beach.
How's that going?
You know, it's she's got a boyfriend in Peru, so. but she said they went and they seen a bunch of penguins and sea lions and other cool fishy stuff.
In Peru?
Yeah,
They just have penguins in Peru?
yeah, of course.
They have penguins everywhere, Shae.
Yeah,
It's called the zoo.
Fine.
no, these were wild.
Oh, they were wild.
Yeah, they're wild. Yeah,
Like not emperor penguins.
they were in Peru. They're wild penguins on the coast.
Yeah, don't touch them.
Yeah,
They don't like to be touched.
But they look so huggable.
They
They
do.
cannot fly
Huggable.
away from you.
And they smell
That's-
very bad though.
Do they?
Oh, penguins stink.
Why?
Oh, they smell so bad.
Oh.
Have you not been to the penguin encounter?
I've walked by the penguins at SeaWorld one time 15 years ago.
Listen,
They smell.
I can handle stinky penguins. I have ferrets.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
ferrets are very smelly too.
How many
Yeah.
ferrets do you have?
I have 3.
3. Okay.
Aren't ferrets like in the same family with like skunks? So like they have to like take the
Yes.
the little scent bladder out of them or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, mine are totally intact, and they're big. They're like 6 pounds.
Oh, that's a
Lovely.
big ferret. Holy cow.
Yeah, so I got them from a breeder. I don't want to buy the pet shop ones anymore. They're just not well bred. So
Yeah.
these ones are big.
Okay, so you have ferrets, you have bees.
Yeah.
What else?
We have 30 fruit trees on our property that we planted.
So are you relocating your fruit trees?
No, we can't. We
But
don't.
she's-
We have these things. We want to talk about nutrition. The best food for running is jackfruit. It's actually a superfood.
Jack.
I like
Jackfruit.
jackfruit. It's
Jackfruit.
good.
Really?
Oh.
You
Barbecue
like it?
jackfruit?
Ugh,
You ever have buy
It's
it?
so
I-
sticky though.
I actually have, it's stinky, but it's so good. And I actually have my husband dehydrates it for me.
Oh.
And it's a superfruit. It's like a cancer preventer or
You can go to
Yeah,
the market in Marion Flea Market here in Ocala,
Yeah.
or Bellevue actually, and they'll sell whole jackfruits down
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
sections of
Publix
it.
had them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
the
seen them at
Publix does
Publix
have 'em.
before.
Yeah.
And Publix has the little like, scan this QR code to learn more, or you can get one of the little booklets when they have the jackfruits.
Why is
to
there a
learn
whole
how to-
booklet?
Yeah,
Because you
kind of
have to, it's a lot of
clean
work.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
your hands get all sticky from.
Yeah,
it's like a latexy thing.
see.
Yeah.
Is there something that's super that is less work?
No.
Actually, guanabana,
Oh,
which we
okay.
have in our, we
Yeah.
have that too.
Now that is really
Guanabana?
good.
That is good.
Yeah, that is. I like that.
Yeah,
And-
guarana is
Yeah,
good.
like it as a juice.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can juice that. That's so
Yeah,
good.
it's good.
Yeah.
All right, so you finished. What was your time? Do you remember your time in Cape Town?
Probably around 4:40.
So you're dying with gastro
I'm dying.
and ran a 440
Yeah.
after just running a marathon 8
That's
hours
faster
prior.
than my PR, which is why I'm not doing comrades this next year because I'm not in qualifier shape. And that's the qualifier that I would need.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
We'll get you there.
Is it now? Craig Betts, a friend, is going to be going.
He
He
did.
has entered comrades because we kept talking about comrades.
And we're going to talk
Yeah.
about it some more.
So he's got to do
And
it.
then-
Oh, I got to meet up with him there.
Yeah, he said he's he has like 2 trips to South Africa that just got approved. One is like a
Yep.
a diving
Egypt.
trip.
But he's also going to Egypt.
Yeah,
too,
so
as
he's like,
part
I
of it.
don't know if I could do both of these back to back.
Okay, only if he dives with the sharks.
Yeah.
Then I'll be
Oh.
impressed. Yeah.
I want to go diving with sharks.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
That was the most crazy experience. Yeah, my brother and I did it when
And
we
you
were in
did
Cape
that
Town.
like in Cape
Yes.
Town area?
Yes.
Is there a cage?
Yeah.
Are you in a big cage and you like feed them?
Yes.
Yes,
I
that's
would
what
be
I
cool
want to
with
do.
that.
That's what I want to do so
feed,
bad.
They feed them
Oh,
because
okay.
somebody will probably stick their hand out there.
Yeah. I mean, I would be okay as long as I'm in a cage, right?
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
I'm not in a cage and I'm just like free swimming with sharks, I'm like hard pass.
So from Cape Town,
Yeah.
where did you go for your next marathon, and how'd you get there?
Then we went to Australia. That was a long flight.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Loved Australia, but Australia we got there. So it was interesting because we kind of ran when we got there. So we're on the plane and they're like, "You guys need to change into your running gear." So we changed into our running gear and get off, and they drive us there with bus, and then we get there, and then basically you have a few. Like I think we had like an hour, but it was so cute. They had this little stuffed kangaroo there for us, welcoming us, and true Australian style. They barbecued for us and
Yeah.
beer.
Did
Beer
they
put
was
some-
cute.
barbecued the kangaroo that you were supposed to be
No,
seeing?
they put some
That
shrimp on the
kangaroo was
Barbie.
delicious.
Yeah.
No, the kangaroo was yummy.
Yeah.
They gave you a Foster's beer.
Yeah.
That's like a
Foster's,
mini
it's
keg.
I
Australian
don't even know
Fabia.
what I drank. They were just, the bar is open. And I'm like, is it okay for us to drink? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like sitting there with my recovery boots, drinking a beer.
Perfect.
So awesome.
I love
Yeah, it
it.
was so cool. Getting to know everybody else, so every time you finish, they give you a medal for that.
Oh,
that leg.
that's awesome.
Admiring my little medals there, taking pictures, sending it back home.
So where did
yeah,
you
it was so
fly
cool.
into Australia?
Obviously a big
Was it
big
Perth?
continent.
Yeah, Perth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense because you're not flying across to Sydney because that's even further.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
and
what was the
sunsets-
course for that one?
So we were it was like a park, and then they have like a dome or a stadium back there, very famous dome back there. So we were literally running on this little. It was almost like those synthetic courses.
Oh
you run on the
yeah,
tracks. Yeah, it was kind of like that turf.
nice. Like the rubber
So it was-
track almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was actually pretty easy to run on that because it's almost like bouncy.
Yeah, I was stationed at an
I
Air
really-
Force base, and that's how their track was. And actually, Trinity Catholic just redid their track here in
it bouncy?
Ocala,
Yeah.
and that's how theirs is now.
Well,
They put that in.
the football field at Western States is that AstroTurf, but it's got that bouncy rubbery stuff
Bouncy.
underneath
Yeah.
it. Yeah, very cool.
yeah, good stuff.
There was
Yeah.
the Icarus. I don't even know if it's still around. It used to be around like back when I first started ultra running. It's an Icarus
Yeah.
in Palatka, and it's a 24:48, and it's on the bouncy track in Palatka.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
some people like it, some people don't like it. Like some people don't like running on that because they say it hurt their knees.
Well, I think Patrick
I like
said.
it.
I think Patrick Gallagher said there's like 5 rubberized tracks in the Gainesville area. Like
Yeah.
not all of them's open to people, but there are like 3 of them
That makes sense
that you
for
can that you can go run on.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never ran on a rubberized track.
It's different.
Let's just break into Trinity Catholic. Let's just go.
well,
Yeah.
we can just talk to Darren since he's the cross country coach.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk to Darren. I'll call Darren. It's fine. Okay, so You've made it to Perth. How was your Perth race? Are you still recovering from this gastro situation? I mean, it's only day 2 at this point.
Yeah,
three.
still a little nauseous,
Day 3,
but
yes.
no more, nothing coming out anymore at this point. So what was really neat there, so a lot of people's family either lived there or met us there, and they had these like little sandwiches. So we actually got real home cooked food there from family members.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Which was so cool, and they had like cold drinks for us and Gatorades and whatever we wanted. It was so cool. But I got to tell you guys another cool story. So I met a group of girls there, and we immediately bonded over Guinness.
Hey.
We decided we're gonna form a little club. And I said, how cool would it be if we tried to go for the Guinness Book of Records and we drink a Guinness in each continent? I think the only one I missed was I think it was Dubai. I missed, but we drank.
Were you able to drink in Dubai anyway, or no?
Oh yeah, you can drink it.
Can you?
I think you can. Yeah, I think you can. But it was hard because we were trying to put it on our luggage and figure out like how we can get in our luggage and how we can, get it. So Antarctica was very hard because we tried to open the can and our hands were frozen.
Oh,
and
no.
We were trying to get it on video to drink it. It was so funny. Yeah. So we called ourselves the Guinness Girls.
Nice.
Yeah.
A Guinness slushy.
Guinness slushy. That was so cool.
Yeah,
And then my one friend, Deirdre, she would like literally wait for me, and as I'm coming around, she's like, "It's your last round." This was we were in Brazil, and like my last round, and she goes, "Here, take a swig." So I'm like, just chug, like drinking this beer before I run my last round.
Yes.
It was so funny. It was awesome. Just the camaraderie was like amazing.
That's great.
So what was your next stop after Australia then?
Then we went to Dubai.
Okay.
I gotta
makes
get
sense.
my
Yeah.
That's a long
then
flight.
Dubai was so cool. People tell me it's Vegas on steroids. I'm like, no, it was really neat.
Yeah. It's
So wait, is it on Vegas on steroids, or is it beyond?
Oh, it's beyond. It's
It's a
probably,
really
I think
neat
it's
place.
actually one of the cleanest places, and it was very clean.
I believe that.
I loved it.
Very
I've
clean.
spent
You
a
can-
lot of time
yeah.
in Dubai, and they have the gold souk there, so you can walk around the market and just buy gold and different things. And
Yeah.
and went to the shopping mall where they had gold inlaid into the floors of
And
the tile.
everybody
Yeah.
drives like a supercar
Everybody.
or
Yeah.
Lamborghini or something.
Yeah, and
Even the poor people there.
we went and took a little like day trip to go hang out on the beach, and it was on a man-made island.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah, but then we went out on a fishing trip, and we used hand lines, so it was just string and a hook on a piece of stick.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I caught a little shark. It was fun.
Did you eat it?
No,
Nice.
yeah, but it was
Let it
cool.
go?
Yeah, it was cool though to do it though. Catch a little shark on like 2 or 3 feet long, small one,
That's
And
cool.
on a hand line. It fought like the Dickens.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
But you got some guns, Joe.
Wait, how was was it like normal fishing line? Was it?
Yeah, it's like normal, like monofilament fishing line with a hook tied to the end of it, wrapped around a stick.
Oh.
Well, then how are you able to reel it, quote unquote, reel it?
Use a glove and you just reel it back onto the stick.
Oh, okay. I just all I can imagine is just cutting into your fingers.
Use a
of death.
glove.
I've
Use
done that.
you use a glove and you hold the
I've done
stick and you just wrap it back onto the stick.
Really?
I did hand fishing and I had one hand on one glove. That was the line I was supposed to be pulling.
Yeah.
And I used the wrong hand.
You didn't cut yourself.
And I cut, I had a huge gash.
Yeah.
down
See,
the bottom of my
that's what I imagine. I also imagine me with my Barbie fishing pole, reeling in my hair.
Yeah.
When I was like,
Is this a real dream? Is this
no, this is a real thing that
this
happened.
actually happened?
Yeah. So we were at Bear Lake in Idaho, and I caught something, and it was like so big, and I was reeling and reeling and reeling and reeling, and I got my hair in the fishing pole, and I reeled it all the way up to my scalp. And yes, it was a 2-pound carp, which we left at Bear Lake.
Your poor hair.
Yeah, Dubai. So I mean, that's also because you're getting into the desert there. So you've went from the extreme of being down in the Arctic to now being in a desert.
Yeah, so what they did, I think to also combat the heat a little bit, they would let us run like kind of at night. So we would not run when it was we would start running when the sun literally goes down. And in Dubai, and I don't even remember, like people, and it was like everywhere we went, people would like literally bring us like food and snacks and whatever. So these kids were there and they were giving us these little, I don't even know what it was. It was like a little dessert thing. I think I ate like a pound of that stuff. It was
Nice.
so, I don't know what it was. It was so good. And then every time I came by, I'm like, can I have more of that stuff? And they're like, no, we ran out. I think I ate it all.
Let's
But it was like, oh, the toilet situation there was very interesting.
the toilet. We love a good
So
toilet
imagine
story.
you're on marathon number whatever now.
This is 4.
So now,
Yep.
now there's a toilet there, and you go in, and it's literally a hole, and you have to straddle
Stand
it.
on it. Yeah.
Oh.
Get little footprints on the side of it, so you know where to put your feet at.
Yeah, it's like a total squatty.
Yeah,
like squat
like a squatty potty.
And it has like this little hose, so you can, I guess clean yourself.
A bidet,
But it was,
yeah.
it was no toilet paper.
Yeah.
I was like, my legs were so sore at this point.
We have a lot of conversation on this podcast about bidets and
Yeah.
how we feel about bidets.
We feel very positively about bidets.
We have great feelings about
Yeah,
the
you
booty
feel fresh
washers.
and clean.
Yeah, Joe made this statement that just I can't get past it because I've said this a couple of times since he said it. But if you were to pick up dog poop off the ground and you were to get some on your hand, would you just take a paper towel and wipe it off, or would you go wash your hands?
Go wash it.
You'd go wash your hands. So why are you not
Yeah.
washing your ass?
Exactly.
And I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we're going to talk about it in a future pod but it'll be a past. I don't know.
It'll be a future one.
Yeah. So when we went to this hotel for Space Coast, our hotel had a booty washer.
Yeah.
Did.
That's fantastic.
Every place should have a booty washer.
Well, and when I was in Europe, I had no idea what it was for because I grew up as a poor white kid in the States where we didn't have anything such. And
Did you wash your hands there?
oh yes, I definitely washed my hands.
Did you take a drink? You think it was a
But
faucet?
I wasn't. Well, you went to a hotel and they had both a toilet and a bidet, and it looked like a sink. And I'm like, and I still have yet to figure out myself how they use this because the one I have at my house, it squirts up. They have like a
when you're
faucet
already-
that.
goes around.
Yeah, they have a
So-
faucet that kind of just looks like a sink faucet on a toilet.
Wait, how does that work? How does that work?
Okay, that's the question because when I was house shopping back in 2015, I looked at a house in Marion Oaks, and I remember this because it was bonkers looking from the outside. And when I went inside, most of the entire house was red carpet, even up like half the walls. But in the bathroom, they had a bidet, and I was like, "Ew, what is that?" But then I turned it on, and it was like a water fountain.
Yeah.
It arced over, and I'm like, "How are you going?"
Are you supposed
from the
to stand
toilet?
up? Are you supposed to stand
But
up?
how are you going from the toilet to the bidet? I want it just
Are you walking?
at the bidet.
Are you
because-
walking from the toilet to the bidet?
Apparently,
Yes,
you got to
you
move
are.
from one
Or do
spot to
you
the
just
next.
poop in the bidet?
But the ones I've
No,
seen
you
in-
don't.
You
No.
don't poop
No,
in the
you don't
bidet?
poop in the bidet.
All right.
And the ones I've seen in Europe didn't even have the water that arcs up that you could like squat down in the water. It was like a sink,
Like a
faucet.
gooseneck faucet.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. So anyway, as a kid, I had no idea, and I was like, "That's weird." And now as an adult, like, I'll squirt any water anywhere.
Well, here's the thing too, is that like for my bidet, like I'll do a mid bathroom bidet. I'll go like I'm gonna do a
Mid-bathroom
little-
bidet? What does that
like,
mean?
I'm gonna go a little bit, and then I'm gonna bidet. And
just-
I'm gonna go a little bit more,
Go-
and a little
go
bit.
wash.
Well, every time you go plop plop and then you spray,
Just keep it going,
plop
just to
plop
feel
spray.
clean.
What?
It's like a cat when they have little kittens, they'll lick their butts to make them go to the bathroom.
What?
If you sit, you
fuck,
do.
Joe?
Animals do this.
God damn it, Joe!
God damn it, Joe.
This is a farm thing. Listen, if you live with animals, the mother will lick the butthole
That's true.
of its baby to stimulate them to go to the bathroom. If not, they wouldn't go. And so, if you sit down in the toilet and you get a good one going, and then you think you're done, you turn on your booty washer and you wash your butt, and all of a sudden you got to go again. It's the same concept.
Okay, I'm sorry. How did we get on bidets? Again?
I don't know.
She was talking about the toilet.
The toilets in Dubai.
Toilets in Dubai.
This tiny toilet hole.
Squirrel.
The toilet hole. So we went from toilet hole to fancy booty washer. Okay, so toilet hole, no TP.
No TP. So yeah, it was. But at this point, so the shower situation was interesting too because you kind of shower. Some places we had showers available. Some places we didn't. So, I remember when we got off the bus, we got on the bus and we had to go to the airport directly, and we literally went in the back of the bus and used wipes and just clean ourselves. Now, can you imagine you just ran a marathon
A
in a sweaty
marathon, you
place?
sweated and you're wiping down.
Sweating.
Ugh.
And
Yes.
you're like, wet wipe it is. Yeah, so we did wet wipes in some areas. But yeah, so you're so stinky and nasty and whatever at this point. And yeah, put your clean clothes on for the next race. So now we're off to, so we were in Dubai. So now we're off to Madrid, Spain. So
Wow.
Madrid, oh, I love Madrid. In Madrid, we were supposed to run at the racetrack.
Yes.
They rented. So because we were so the interesting part too is this is kind of neat too. So you have your schedule, but of course, you know, things happen and we're not exactly on schedule. So we literally ran 2 marathons in 24 hours and 2 more marathons in 24 hours because we had like a delay in Cape Town because of struggling. You need like a certificate to fly some of these planes out. And so we got a delay there. So we were like a little bit behind. So now we're doing back-to-back minimal sleep, back-to-back marathons. So in Madrid, we lost our venue. So we ended up going to this really tiny, amazing little town. And don't ask me what the name of it, I forgot. We get off there and there's this video TV cameras like wanting to interview us in Spanish. And so it was I guess it was such a big thing for them that we came there. And the townspeople, everybody came out. So we went to this little town square in the middle. Mayor was there to set us off, you know, to run. I know you run on these little cobblestones. And I don't know if you guys have run on cobblestones.
Yes, I did the Berlin 100, and about 2.5 miles were cobblestones.
It's horrible.
Brutal. And like the cobblestones I ran on, it was part of also this woodsy trail. And so, mean. It's like a meat grinder on your feet.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So we're running down and then but the town was kind of small, so we had to do 33 loops.
Ugh.
So this is why I was talking about the up and down hills. Downhills, I wanted to die because my knees from running on this ice killed me. And I'm running downhill and my knees are just killing me. And uphill was actually much more pleasant. So we did 33 loops there.
Wow.
But what was cool is like these kids come out with oranges that they cut up for us. These little kids running with us, giving us oranges. It was so cool. That was like, and it got really cold there. That was the only place that was like kind of cold.
Huh.
Yeah.
What time of year did you start this?
Oh, so I signed up. Actually, this was another story. So I signed up in 2020, and the race didn't go until 2023.
Wow.
Because of COVID,
Yeah.
we got delayed. So we kept on getting delayed, and then finally we went February of 2023.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was some areas where, so I was kind of studying some of the temperatures. I kind of knew how Cape Town was, so I studied some of the temperatures. And Madrid was interesting because we didn't know how cold it was going to be, because some said very like freezing cold, but it wasn't that bad. The temperature dropped at night. It got really cold.
So you went from summer to winter in opposite direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next one, we flew to Fortaleza, Brazil. And that was hot. But I loved it because, you know, I lived in Miami for a long time. And those doors opened and that humidity slapped me right in the face. And everybody was like, oh, my God. It's like, this is the best thing ever.
Yes.
Because I knew I run well. And
But it's like my skin finally feels okay. That's the worst part of like the winter time, is that my skin is so dry.
Yeah, you finally get rehydrated when you hit the humidity. Wow. So you went to where was that in Brazil?
It's Fortaleza.
Okay.
Fortaleza, Brazil. So it's also on the coast. And let me tell you, people there are beautiful. Everybody is like perfect.
Oh, wow.
So I was people watching the whole time I was running, and everybody was so nice. It was same thing. We ran on the water, that was pretty awesome. And then when we were done, that was the first one where they were like, they had these girls that were there that would give us like leg massages. Oh my gosh, it was the best leg massage I've ever had in my life. That was so good. So that's where we got on the bus, and they were like, get on the bus, we need to go to the airport now, because we had to fly to Miami.
Oh man.
And
So you have like no time to do it. It's
Zero.
just run, go, run, go.
And so the interesting part, so the whole premise behind the race is that you run a marathon on each continent. And some of us were, yeah, we've run in the US already, so we really don't need to run in Miami. So so by the time we got there, we didn't get to the venue in Miami. Oh, Miami was cold too that day. We didn't get to Miami until midnight. So the race basically started at midnight. Can you imagine? You sleep deprived, you're exhausted, you're emotional because my family was there. My poor mom, she was sitting there because we did like loops there too on that little boardwalk. My mom is sitting there and it was so cold, and I gave her my jacket and she's like literally wrapping my jacket around her neck like a scarf and sitting there waiting for me.
Wow.
The whole race. Yeah, that was so cool.
Now the Miami one, is that, because I know there's like this, what is it? Is it down in South Beach, the like Bayfront Park area?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was actually on Miami Beach itself. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. So it's like right off of, is it like Fifth? I think we ran all the way to Fifth.
So we could actually go to Miami and run one of the continents instead of doing all seven.
Yes. Actually, people did that. They'll sign up and they'll, join us for like, say somebody, because you don't have to do this in a week like crazy people like I do. You can do it over a course. And then you still get that intercontinental medal, like the seven continent. There's a 7-continent club that apparently I belong to. I have no idea.
Don't know any other
Miami
members.
Beach Ocean Walk.
Okay.
And it's like this whole nice paved trail. I've run there before. I can't imagine doing a marathon there. So like all the marathons they have you do, they've created. It's just for the people running the races.
Yeah, and then other people can join. Like if you're there and you want to do that one, you can. They're like legit, like measured, like standard marathons.
They got it all marked off. Everything's like all ready to go.
But it also sounded like all of the marathons were like short loops, like just like out and back or around a circle for a long time.
Yeah, so Miami I think was like 5 loops. And then I felt, oh, these poor kids, they were out there they were like telling us how great we are. I'm like, do you understand? You're like a college kid and you're out here. It's cold. It's midnight. And I said, and they stayed because we were originally supposed to start at 7, and then we got delayed, so we came a little bit late. But I got to tell you, it was so funny. So I had my nutrition was like this powder, like UCAN powder that I use.
Okay.
Yeah, we know you can.
Yep.
I was trying to like make it like in a package, because what I tried to do is because you have to be very organized, because you basically live out of a suitcase. So I labeled every day Madrid, Africa, and then I would put my nutrition in there, like thinking, okay, how much am I going to use? So I would wrap my UCAN powder in these little like cellophane, and I dropped one of them right in Miami airport.
What is this,
white
ma'am?
powder everywhere.
And then she just came from Brazil too.
It was so funny. I was like, yeah, I didn't think about that one.
That's hilarious.
Like, no wonder you can do this. So that was awesome.
So you had to go through customs every single time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so how much? That's a lot of time just at airports.
Yes. So I think when we were in, was it Brazil, either going into Brazil or flying out of Brazil, so the system shut down. So they literally came with a girl. They came up to us as we're standing in line, and over the phone, individually, one by one, took our passports. We're still laughing about this. Took our passports, read off our names so they can check us in. It took hours.
Wow.
Because it was there was 50 of us that competed, and then 52, and then there was like family members, and of course the doctor, the organizers, some other people. So yeah, it took a long time.
So all the races are now over. You're done running. What are they doing for you? Is there like an awards ceremony to name out who won, or is there like a party or anything special, or is it just like, okay, bye?
So we had a contestant there that was like, he was the oldest contestant I think that's ever done this. He was like in his 80s, and so we all actually went downstairs because it was just like we felt like we should be there, so we would go down. So he would like he actually did it this year again. He finished, so we would all go down, to support him and some of the other people. So I went back to my hotel. I couldn't sleep, and then I came down, and then the two people that won, they would give them like this trophy when they finished. So there wasn't really like an award ceremony. And then we all wanted to meet up afterwards, but I think with the timing, it being so late, and we're all exhausted. So I remember I got in the back of the truck, and I just wanted to. So we rented a hotel right across the street there, and I remember I got in the car, and my husband was like, "You just want to go home?" I'm like, "Yes," and my legs started cramping because I'm a cramper. I get cramps. And I'm sitting in the back of the car. I'm like, "Oh," my mom was like, "Are you okay?" My mom thought I was having a stroke.
Well, it's crazy. Were you one of the closest people? So you were probably like an hour away from your house at the time?
Yes.
So you're spoiled compared to everybody else who's probably having to fly another,
X number of hours home.
Yes.
Because there's people from all over the world doing this event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unreal.
Yeah. So there was a lot of like healthcare people. That's why I brought the healthcare thing in earlier. So one of the guys did like an interview with us. He's like, "Is it the healthcare thing that attract people to these kind of races, or is it the other way around?" And I said, "Well, I think you got to be a little crazy to work in healthcare, especially anesthesia. I think we're all like a little, crazy. But I think it's just that drive or pushing your limits or." And I don't know if it's like, I didn't really know how to answer that. I'm like, I think it's a little bit of both.
So what I found, it's smart people.
Hey.
I'm not saying any of us at this table are smart. We're all...
I'm pretty stupid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we had one guy was a police officer.
Yeah, but you do have a lot of people who...
There is a type. You can
There's
almost...
a type.
There's a type of person. Like, we've interviewed so many people, and we have so many friends in our circle.
They have like certain backgrounds. Like you'll find out like a lot of the people have scientific backgrounds, have a lot of critical thinking backgrounds.
Well, there's also...
I lack it. That's why I do these things.
I think
lack critical thinking.
I think there's also an economic piece to this. When some of these races, with ultras, you have to have a little bit of a luxury life, to be quite honest, to be able to be able to travel, to be able to pay for it, to be able to have the time to train. And some people in different social standings may not have that ability. So I think there's a little bit of that into it also. But then you're right. I mean, the people that do this stuff have a certain level of drive that certain other people wouldn't have, I think. You have to have a certain level of drive in order to push yourself to do very difficult things. And if people didn't have that drive, they wouldn't have accomplished the things in their careers that they had that also lined them up for this type of sport, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but I've seen all types, though, that do this. I mean...
But I know that I've talked about it before. I'm very lucky in that I work 4 10-hour days.
Yeah.
So every weekend's a 3-day weekend, which gives me the travel day if I want to go to a race. And then I just have to take 1 day off on the other side.
So when are you doing this race, Shae?
How did you
Sponsor
know?
$1 at a time.
I got $1 for you.
Honestly, this is...
I'm gonna give you $1. I'll give you $1.
We got $2.
$2.
Do I see honestly, 3?
I'll give $1.
This is kind of speaking to me.
I actually fundraised for a friend's wife passed away, and I was fundraising for him, and I kind of did that. I said for every mile I run, I'll give $1, and I was trying to do 100-mile. I don't know. Have you guys done the octopus?
Barrel Beach Octopus?
We have a friend who has done it. Our friend Tyler.
Tyler just did it. Yeah.
It is absolutely the crazy. Oh my God. I thought I was going to die. That's the only race I've ever DNF'd in. I was like, I'm going to give $1. So I made it to like 30 miles before I just collapsed.
Because it's a huge variety of terrains, right? You got the beach, you got road, you have trail.
Swamp,
and it's always hot.
They'll tell you, you're going to be ankle deep in water. Hell no. I think I was all the way up to my chest in water.
Yep. Yes.
And it's always hot.
You walk through like the mangroves.
It's in the summer.
It's always hot as hell. It really is.
Yeah, then they take you across. It's actually really cool. So, and all of these things have like these weird Jumanji and Gates of Hell and Lord of the Rings. So they take you across on this pontoon boat, and then you go to this little island, and you have to run around this island.
Yep.
when you get back on the boat. And then we're like, oh, we don't want to get our shoes full of mud or whatever. By the time you get there, you don't give a shit. Like, I don't care if I get mud on my shoes.
So,
Unreal.
so besides this, I mean, obviously, this race that we just talked about seems to be like a kind of a once in a lifetime deal for some people, and
Yeah,
probably,
a lot of
probably a highlight of someone's running career. But we do know that you've done a lot of interesting stuff. So, can you give us an idea of like maybe what one of your more interesting races?
There's one
Let's talk about
specific.
Marathon Des Sables.
Yes,
let's
that's the one
talk
we wanna
about
know
that.
I had no idea what I got myself into. So about a month before, so this group that I did the World Marathon Challenge with, we all
The Guinness
are a little
Girls?
crazy. Yeah. So we reach out. We're like, okay, guys, we're gonna do this race. So they picked Antelope Canyon 100.
Oh, okay. Which is
That race was-
that's what, a million feet of elevation.
I ended up with pulmonary edema there. Like I couldn't breathe. I was like, so, because I literally drove from Florida because I wanted to take my mom cross country. So I drove there and I got there and I literally ran the next morning. And
Oh no.
I almost pulled out of Marathon Des Sables because I'm like, I don't ever want to see sand in my life again. I mean,
and for
the
those
sand
that
was
don't know,
loose.
it's in southern Utah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you run through the canyons, and it's like you run on the loosest beach sand you can possibly imagine. And when you think there's no more beach sand, there's more beach sand. And then the elevations were crazy. I tripped and fell so many times. And it's like, but the views are absolutely gorgeous.
Because you're going
And
through
so
all
you
like
run-
these slot canyons
I can see
and
that.
Yeah, but it's like the rain. The rain is not very runnable. I mean, it's the coolest thing. So I ended up hooking up with a bunch of people that I found, that were struggling like me. We're like coughing and hacking and struggling to breathe, and our oxygen levels are probably 70. And we're like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna finish. So we, tracked on, finished together, sightseeing a little bit, stroll through the sand. But that was really difficult. So that really set me up well for Marathon Des Sables, because Marathon Des Sables, it's a lot of sand, but it's not constant. So they divide it up. So what they do is like your first day. So I have to say, the thing that made it hard is they went a lot of research into this, because you have to have your pack as light as you can possibly get it. And every little ounce makes it so much harder, because you have to carry your whole backpack with you.
and this is a stage race.
So so
it's
what is Marathon Des Sables? Where is it? What's the concept of the race?
So you basically run in the desert, the Sahara Desert. So you fly to Morocco, and then they just bus you into the desert. And the concept is self-sufficiency in a very harsh environment. So you get water. The previous years, I think they rationed the water. Now they'll give you like a 5-gallon bottle of water at the beginning, and they mark you, they put your number on there. So you have like the water, and then you have to make that water last until the next morning. And so you have to prep your meal and stuff for the next morning, and you have to have enough water until you get to the next station. So basically they give you water, but you have to have everything else with you. And some of the cool things I've learned there, because I told you I'm a cramper. So I was worried about salt. And when I take salt, I get really sick to my stomach. I want to throw up. I just don't do well with it. So what they told us is, so we took bouillon cubes and we dissolve it in water, and you drink it the night before. I did not take any salt tablets at all. And the other thing they were saying is pickle juice and lime slices, lemon slices. So they say there's something. There was some guy in South Africa that did this research. Is some area in your brain,
Tim Noakes.
that it triggers, and it prevents you from getting cramps. So they kind of used us almost like as guinea pigs, and they're like, if you cramp, you come and you ask for a lemon slice, and they give you a lemon slice. So basically the concept is you run through the desert. So we were there a total of, I think, 9 days. So after the first day, you still have access to your suitcase. So you basically get rolled into the desert. There's this little bivouac tent that 8 of us share. And you basically have enough space for your sleeping bag, and that's about it. So you literally sleep on top of each other, which it's good because it keeps you warm at night. But during the night, it was very cold. During the day, it was very hot.
Yeah.
So it's staged. So the first day, I think we ran like 17 or 19 miles. And then, so you come to your tent, and then they would move the tents for us. So originally, you used to trek across the desert, but I think they tried to save, environment, so now I think they have 3 or 4 staging areas. So you run, first day was 17 miles, 19 miles. Second day, I think was like a full marathon. Third day was the long run. So that was 53 miles, I think. But it's not just running in the desert. You basically climb these jebels, which is like mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got on top there, I was like, how in the world did I do this? It is absolutely the most amazing views I've ever seen in my life. It's you're literally on top of a mountain, but you really have to watch where you step, because and then you run down these massive. I've never seen sand dunes like this in my life. But the nice thing is, like when you think you're gonna die and you're not gonna make it. I mean, people find you and you find people, and then it's like you said, because they have these little tents set up throughout the desert where you can rest, like especially on the long day. They give you like 31 hours to finish the long day, so you can sleep. They have and in that stage, I think they had fire for us, so you can cook your food. But
you're still, do they have the water at those stations, or is it only at the beginning? Okay. So they still have your water there.
Yeah. So I made the mistake. I got like green bottles. Don't get dark bottles because it gets hot.
Oh.
The people that have clear bottles, they did a lot better because it doesn't get as hot.
like
my bottles got really hot. Yeah. And so basically you just, track along and you go at your pace. And I remember I was like here in the middle of the desert. And I'm like, oh my God, I never thought I would find myself here. And I'm like, it's hot and I'm out of energy and I need to sit down. And that's what I learned. It's like, if you felt like you couldn't go, I would just sit down, find a little bush, sit under the bush, pour water all over myself, relax a little bit, take a load off, get nutrition. I think that was the hardest part. It was a lot of us got nauseous or.
Hey, I got a really cool trick for you, but you might not have known this. Since I spent a long time in Afghanistan, and I was in Kandahar, and at the time they had recorded the hottest temperature on Earth there in Kandahar. We was at, and water would get really, really hot, like you said, and it was almost intolerable to drink it because it was so hot. If you can waste a little bit of your water, you put your water bottle in your sock and put water in the sock. As the water evaporates from your sock, it cools the water in the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The evaporative cooling of the water from your sock will cool.
Press the
water.
goddamn it Joe button.
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe. That's fucking genius,
one
Joe.
One of the interesting things is like we're all Floridians, and so evaporative cooling is not a thing here.
No, it's not.
No.
So we're not used to, like, my idea is like, you tell me to pour water on myself? No. That's just going to make me wet. I'm going to stay wet and be gross, right?
Yeah.
But so one of the things you asked was like how I trained for this. It's like I would find the hottest. People thought I was nuts in my neighborhood. I would find the hottest. We had a thermometer thing in our house, we have this little weather station on top of our house that tells us how hot it is. Mm-hmm. I would wait until it was like 125 degrees heat index outside. I'm like, now we're gonna go run. And
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That more than prepared me for it. But it's amazing. But you have to cook your own food. You have to make your own fire. So a lot of those things I've learned, obviously, when I was a kid in South Africa. We did a lot of camping and field schools and stuff. So that wasn't that. I think the pack, the weight of the pack was what got to me, because my back was so sore because you're not used to running with weight on.
How many pounds do you think your pack weighed?
I was probably I was 8-point-something kilograms.
Okay.
So it was probably
it's like 20 some odd pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
8-point-something times 2.2.
We were funny. Oh my God, I was laughing. So, when you go there, you're like, I need this and I need that and I absolutely need this and I need that. Oh my God, by the first day, we're like, I don't need this. I don't need that. I mean, we purged it. We threw half our stuff away. We're like, we don't need that. But I was actually on the medic team too.
Okay.
Because so I had to help other people when I felt like I couldn't even help myself.
Wow.
I was like, oh, I hope somebody doesn't collapse right now because I do not have the energy.
Like, please stay
I'm going
okay
down
because
with
I
it.
want to be okay now. I do not want to help you.
Put your legs up in the air and just take a sugar cube. I'm like, I cannot help you right now. Yeah, it was like, and we were like, when we were, oh my God, it was so cool. So we went through the night. So I was with this guy from France, and we were like going up this hill. And I mean, you're dying, it's hot, and you get up this hill, and I'm sitting down on this dune, just taking a rest, drinking a little water. And next minute, this scorpion runs right over my hand. And this guy's like, get up.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
that's
that was
wild.
like this stuff. But it's like so cool. Like you walk and it's like, you turn your light up because we had like a little light. I had a really crappy light, so I couldn't see where I was going. And you look up, oh my God, the stars. It's just a different, like you really connect with, every
Everything.
loved one.
Yeah. No air
everything. It
pollution
was
or like no
yeah.
light pollution.
Yeah, that was so cool. Like you talk to your family members that.
Yeah, you can feel
Mom,
your
Dad.
your sense of isolation and your insignificance and smallness in the world whenever you're in a place like that. Yeah.
So it was a lot of sand. What were you doing? Gators? Were you doing the little plastic bag things? What did you do to keep sand from inside your shoe?
So I did the gators, but apparently you send it away to England, and there's a guy there, and he stitched it in. I tried to stitch it myself. I would not recommend that. It's almost impossible. It's impossible. So he stitched it onto your shoe, and just to do that, to send your shoes there and get it back, it's expensive. That's what we were talking about, the money aspect. So I literally don't even run with those shoes. I keep them for occasions. It's they're going to last for 10 years. If I ever do the MDS again, I'll use those shoes. So your gators go onto that. But we all had issues with our gators, either tearing or, they're not.
That's a lot of miles.
But like we would literally have, but I had no sand in my shoes. But we would literally sit there at night. We would stitch and sew and, do laundry. And it was crazy. But funny enough, I never got a blister. I never got blisters. And I was like, a lot of people struggle with blisters. I've never seen, and I work in the healthcare field. I've never seen blisters like this in my life. It was horrific. Like, I don't even know how some of these people, and I don't know if it was from the shoes or.
Do you think the reason you did maybe is because of the moisture? I mean, so I think a lot of blisters are created by just wet feet. And so if you're in a dry environment like a desert, you're not getting the wet feet like you would like running in Florida.
I also think it's socks. I mean, socks play a huge role, and that comes again back to moisture wicking. If you have good socks, because like I said, I sweat. I mean, I literally pour water out of my shoes, but yeah, socks, I think dry socks. So we used, and I actually used it. I've never used it before. I think it's called Toms or something.
Two Toms.
Yeah, we know Two Toms.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Did
you do the blister powder?
The blister shield?
I did the powder, and I did the little wipies. It's almost like a Vaseline wipey.
Yep, I know those wipe. I used to use those, but I found they are not effective for me for enough miles.
Yeah,
but the powder was great. And then some of us, when we felt like I had one little hot spot, and we just used regular tape, surgical tape, because they say those little blister patches, they told us do not. Those are bad.
Do not. Okay, yes. Let me tell everybody, and we know, never ever use those little blister patches.
No.
They have extra padding in them. They are meant to be an aftercare item,
they're
not
to
during.
absorb moisture from your skin is what they're for.
And then a lot of people try to take them off right after, which literally rips all the skin off. Oh, I've seen nightmares with that stuff.
So you mentioned socks, Danielle. Would you have a specific brand of sock that you like to use during these types of events?
I started using those in hingas.
Oh,
They're
and
weird to
gingies.
put on, but I like
Yeah, and
gingies.
gingies.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
know I said it wrong.
That's okay.
But there's the other ones. They're like Swift or something. They're like
Oh yeah,
moisture wicking.
Swift.
Wick.
I haven't
Wick.
used them, but I want to. Yeah, Swiftwick. Yeah, I want to.
You should try. We like Exotoes here.
Yep.
If
I
you've-
like any of the
Yeah.
Exoskin products. Those are my favorites.
I have to buy some exoskin underwear. Or
I've been
some
a convert.
underwear. Because
underwear.
I did have some thigh chafing from my race yesterday. And,
In
and it was
a half marathon?
In a half marathon. I used a pair of shorts that are not like running shorts.
Well, your thighs are huge, bro.
And my thighs were, doing the, rubbing together because these are shorts designed to show off your thighs. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I could have used a pair of.
Were they booty shorts, Joe?
I
No,
don't know
they're-
what for those legs. Show them off.
They're I think they're called thigh huggers.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, but they looked really cool. So
I didn't
But
see.
you
them.
know they say I'm like 130 pounds and 5'6", and I don't have big legs, but like I chafe. And somebody told me one day it's from the sweat and the salt. So when you sweat, it almost
like
almost
sandpaper.
creates like
Yeah, the salt
sandpaper,
crystallizes and
yeah, the salt crystallizes. And,
So
yeah.
that Body Glide or Vaseline or something works.
Trail
also.
toes.
yeah,
I use trail toes on my
I use
thighs.
trail toes.
Trail toes.
Yeah.
I use it all the
Or is it
time.
nut butter? Isn't there like a nut butter?
So
or
the only
something?
problem with Squirrel's nut butter is a Florida thing because I don't think it holds up well to Florida temps
Yeah,
and
it's-
humidity.
So
I
no
just
squirrel
it's too
nut
hot.
butter.
Yeah, it melts. It turns into like a liquid.
Yeah, and I keep
Yeah.
saying I'm going to try salty britches, but I've yet to. And that's apparently all the Florida runners are raving about salty britches right now.
We'll do I was
do
going
a
to say
trial.
a taste test. We'll do a salty britches test come next summer.
You wanna,
Yeah.
You want to taste some salty britches? Shae?
No. God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
Kevin.
Squirrel. She wants squirrel nut butter.
Oh, you want some squirrel's nut butter?
I was like thinking, what button can I deter?
But you know what? When I came home last night, I immediately threw some Desitin on my thighs. Mm-hmm. It was fine within an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a baby rash cream, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that works well.
yeah,
too.
my question is, when are you going to do like Ball State?
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, we will have to tell you all about
My
this.
goodness.
You want a multi-day event?
Yeah.
You're in for a
I am
treat.
in.
Oh, she's
Okay,
in already.
so-
Done.
I will tell you about. So it's called the last annual Ball State. You can look it up on Ultrasign. It's just Ball State.
Okay.
You start. It's basically a trek across Tennessee. You start in Missouri. You go to Kentucky. You go to Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia.
It's how many miles and
It's
how many
300.
days?
It's 314 miles. You have 10 days to do it. It is an amazing adventure. I
Self-supported.
loved it. Fully self-supported. And then there's also the last annual Heart of the South. And this year
Okay.
it's 343 miles, and you start in a mystery place and you end it in Georgia.
But don't they have an option for a 400?
They do.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's that. I looked into it and I was like, oh, there's that Yukon race in Canada.
Oh, but that's a cold race.
That's too cold. Mm-mm.
I know, but I think I like the cold now since I found snow.
So then
mean-
are you going to do like Tuscobia and Arrowhead?
We need to drag a sled.
Who else is?
I don't think I'll do this. So we were supposed to do Everest Marathon next year, but I had so much on my plate with doing like the one in South Africa and everything. So I postponed it until the year after. But they have an ultra, so I want to do the ultra. They have I think it's a 70 kilometer.
And so do you like do the trek to base camp and do it from there?
Yes. Yeah, I actually went there last year.
Dream.
No, actually, I went there this year. That's why I went to Jordan, and then I went to Nepal for a mission trip. And my friend and I decided we're gonna take a helicopter, so we flew all the way to the Everest Base Camp, and then I show you Everest. And we were at Lukla Airport for like about an hour. It was so cool.
The Himalayas
So, yeah,
are
How
just
much
so
how much
impressive.
was a helicopter from like Kathmandu area to base camp?
So it depends. Like there's different companies, but I think it was about how much did we pay? I think it's about it can be anywhere from $1,000 to like they have these different packages, but we were supposed to go to the Everest View Hotel, but the weather there is weird, so we didn't go there. So I think we paid like 1,200, I think, per person.
Yeah.
But really,
But we had a monk on the plane with us, on the helicopter with us. That was worth the experience.
Right?
He had all these little scripts with him. It was so cool. And my friend and I was just like staring at him. It was so cool.
but the Himalayas are massive.
They are.
There's lots and lots and lots of really big mountains. All of them impressive.
Yeah, K2
Yeah.
obviously is
I've seen
the more
K2.
beautiful one. I have like this. I went through an Everest phase in like my early 20s, where like like as a teenager, a lot of people went through their Egyptian phase where they got super into Egypt, ancient Egypt,
I
and all
don't
that
know
stuff.
this, but I'm gonna take your word for it.
Okay, but I got super into Everest. I've read so many Everest books, watched so many Everest documentaries, and so I have this like weird relationship with Everest because it's amazing, it's beautiful. However, the commerce side and the ethical side is so iffy, but I want to go there so bad, right?
I know. I 100%. I want to. It's this. I think that Everest race, they actually have a package that you can go climb Everest, come down, clean the mountain a little bit, and then come down and run a marathon. If that's something that would interest you.
I don't know if I would ever
you.
want to actually do the summit part.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something I would want to do.
My bucket,
Yeah, the risk is. So they have one. So they have these different packages. One you can actually. There's a peak that you can climb. I think it's like 6,000 or something. But it's you can do it with very little, no experience.
Yeah.
And that's actually a part of that. So they go early in the morning, but. Just knowing my history with getting altitude sickness, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, and then asthma stuff, that's like even beyond.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of the bucket list for me is to do the Inca Trail, and and go to Machu Picchu, and one of the things that they do with that one in order to bolster the economy is you're required to hire guides and people that will carry your supplies for you. And that's part of the requirement of doing it. And then in that way, you're also putting money back into the economy.
The local economy.
You know? So you're supporting the economy.
I mean, you're about to have family in Peru.
Shush. Shush it.
Little grandchildren.
Apparently, my daughter's telling me I might have to go to Peru to see them if I ever have any. So
we'll go with you for the potato museum. I just want to go to do you know how many different types of potatoes they have in Peru?
I don't know. Please tell us.
Like 100.
100 different types of potatoes.
I am not even joking.
I get just like the little different colored potatoes from the
purple
grocery
one?
store here. And like the purple one has a different taste and consistency from the golden one.
Oh, it's very earthy.
It's so cool. Yeah.
Very earthy.
I just like to make shapes out of them.
Well, Hopkins, not Hopkins, what's it called? The right over here by St. Augustine, they have all the farming and they have the potato capital.
Spuds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hastings. And apparently you can get a bunch of different heirloom.
They got some
potatoes
bullshit over there too.
Yeah, they do have some bullshit
And
over there.
we have like 8 or 9 different varieties of avocados. Some people think there's only 2 different avocados, and we have like 8 different varieties of mangoes. And
I only know of the 2.
I've had lots of different mangoes. I've only had the 2 avocados. I don't like the Florida avocados. Those great big football shaped
I don't
ones.
either.
They're like they're too much watery and not a lot of flavor.
We have Choquettes, and we have Marcus pumpkin, and we have bacon avocado. There's like so many different ones.
Oh, you said bacon avocado? I like bacon.
But it doesn't. It's actually, I think the guy that grafted the tree, his last name was Bacon.
Well, that's disappointing. That's so disappointing.
I was just hoping I open it up and there's like magical bacon.
Okay, let me tell you, there are about 4,000 varieties of potatoes.
Where?
In Peru.
Well, we got to go to Peru, Joe.
Yeah.
When are we going?
I will.
And what is the best ultra running food? Potatoes.
Salted potatoes. Without a doubt.
So Danielle, of everything that you've run, and you could only do one again, which one would you do?
I would probably do that one around the world again.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Are you talking about a specific
one? Yeah, like a specific one. What would you do? What was the best one?
I actually loved Madrid, Spain.
Okay.
Not the course, but just being there.
With the
I would
people?
love to run on that racetrack because I'm a car girl.
Okay.
So I would love to go run on the racetrack there.
Yeah.
So
And
then
Spain.
what's in the future? What are your like bucket list races from now on?
Obviously the one. So I've done Ironmans and stuff, and I'm like over, like I stick with running now, but probably of course Comrades, but I'm already signed up for that. Then the one in the race in Everest.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Is my next one. But I haven't really it's Kalahari. I want to do the Kalahari one in South Africa.
What is that?
It's the same as Marathon Des Sables. It's just a lot smaller.
Okay, so it's a stage race.
I like small races. So that one I think only has like 100 participants, and you literally run through the Kalahari Desert. And then there's a marathon in Kenya that I would love to do.
So have you ever
literally
thought about the what is it, the 5 deserts?
No.
I don't
See,
know.
I'm discovering a lot of these races as I like meet people and they tell me about these crazy things or these crazy races, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. But yeah, I mean, I like the multi-stage races, and of course, bucket list. I really, and I'm kind of still new at this, but that's why I wanted to do the 100-milers. I want to do Badwater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You gotta be
it's
part of
like
the
my
family.
ultimate.
You gotta get in that
Yeah.
Badwater family. Start your resume now.
Yep. Start building your
Yeah.
resume. Do some of the other races they have.
Speaking of that, is Shae,
Yeah.
are you entering into the Badwater?
I am
100?
applying this year. I have.
Oh my
Yep.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
Really
I've done one of the Badwater races. I do have the resume based on like Keys and Ball
Yeah.
State and stuff like that.
You did
But
Salton Sea already.
I did Salton Sea this last year. So I will be putting in for it. If I do not get in, I will probably go and crew and or pace somebody if I can.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna work on going to Badwater.
Let's go.
I'm a
That's
dum-dum.
amazing. No, that's amazing. I love the idea that you summit like the mountain.
Well, the actual problem though. So Mount Whitney, you have to get a separate permit to go up
Oh.
all the way. So you do start in Badwater Basin and you go to Whitney Portal. But in order to
so you
actually
don't-
summit Mount Whitney, you have to get a separate permit. They don't let you go all the way up because it used to be Badwater 146, but now it's Badwater 135.
35, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's no longer at the top of Mount Whitney.
But if you like summiting, you can do that in any race.
Oh, God.
Summiting is the term for when you have sex during a race.
Oh,
She's like, oh, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
no,
I'll say it for her. God damn it, Joe. You know,
I was trying to visualize that. I'm like, how does that happen?
Right? You're just like, how bad have I felt during races and how much do I not want to do anything like that?
here's the
Do
thing.
you get okay? Let me ask you. Does this happen to you? Like when I do some of these, like when I went to go do my first Ironman, I was like, I run past my husband. I'm like, why in the hell did you allow me to do this? Like, you're in the moment and you're like, why did I think this was a good idea? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't feel well. And then you finish and it's like, you're like, where do I sign up for the next one?
Yes.
Yes, every time.
It's also like sex. When you're finished, you're ready for the next time.
Where's the next one?
Or if it's like
So-
having sex with me, you're like, where's the finish?
So does your
we be
husband
done?
also run?
So he didn't, and then I started kind of getting him into it. So he actually did that,
Gate to gate.
the gate to gate with me.
Yeah.
But what happened was a couple of years ago, he's going to be mad at me for telling you guys this, but a couple of years ago,
It's just between the three of us. It's nobody else.
Yeah.
Just the three of us.
So I ran the A1A in Fort Lauderdale, and he ran with me, and I couldn't find him. So he did the half marathon. He ended up with rhabdo and an emergency room. Yeah. So then he had this mental block. He didn't want to run because he's like, I don't remember what happened. He didn't even remember how he got to the hospital. And it was like scary. And I told him, so it was funny, we would train and he would always go up to 12.9. He would never go past 13. And I asked him why. He's like, no, I just have this mental block. And one day I said, you're going to do it. We're going to walk it, but you're going to do it. And then he went past it. And then now he's doing, he's so funny. He would run and he was like, he used to think like 5 miles was a lot. And now he's like, oh no, that's my short run. So yeah.
Yeah, he's well on his way then if he's starting to think 5 miles is a short run.
Let's go.
But any of those, like no matter what you put as your mental block, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
Like
my mental block is 7.
I was stuck at 8 for a long time.
Were you really?
I was stuck at 8 miles. I wanted to run a 10-mile run, and I just couldn't. I was burning out at 8 miles. This is when I first started running, and it took me a year. It took me a year to get past that block, and then it was like, 10, 12, 13. 15, 16, 20, 30. It just came on quick after that. But for the longest time, I just could not get past that 8 mile mark.
I get the same feeling. It doesn't matter the distance of the race. Like if I'm running, well, except the 100, we'll talk. That's a whole different story. But like if I'm running a marathon, like I mentally am like, okay, I'm done at mile 24. If I'm running a 10-mile run, okay, I'm done at 8 miles. Like that's just how my mind works. And like I want to, like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
2 miles before the end,
2 or 3 miles before the end, I'm like, this fucking sucks. I want to quit. And
unless it's 100-miler, then it starts.
I know. That's why I said that. If it's 100 miles, like
it starts at
30.
I had somebody a couple of weeks ago that says to me that that theory is that people that run ultras are not good enough to run marathons. And I'm like, listen, I've run both. And I said, it's a total different mindset.
Oh, yeah.
I said, it's not, because people have this idea that you just run slower. And I'm like, no. I said, when you get to a certain point, and for me, it's usually around 30, it becomes a total mind game.
Yes.
You really have to say, okay, go another 5, just go another 5. And, so it becomes a total different,
it's
mind
funny.
game.
I've said, yes, running is running and running is a sport, but ultra marathon and trail running is not the same sport as marathon and, 5, 10.
Not even close.
Yeah.
People that do road marathons and below, people that do ultras and trails and above, it's like they're two completely different sports. The way you train for them, the way you do them, the mental aspect, there's nothing.
The aid station.
I mean, when you're doing 150 miles plus, like multi-day events, like I've told myself, like, okay, I'm in a low and maybe and I've been in a 10-hour low and that's how it is. Like, sometimes you're just going to be in a low for over.
I was in a low for 16 hours.
Yeah. And so I've got 350 miles. Who cares how I feel right now? I just need to keep moving forward.
Yeah. And I think one of the best advice things that I've heard is like, you got to be where you are at that moment. You can't think of, I learned that like at a very young age because I was like, oh my gosh, I got to do three rounds when I used to do the 1200. And I literally had to say, okay, I'm in this round right now, and it's like, you can't think there because then you just get yourself tired, already.
Yeah, and one of the good phrases is, this is who I am, this is what I do.
Yeah.
And this just is.
Well, and the thing too,
this isn't bad, this just is.
What I've noticed, it's like, I can't focus on what is coming. I can only focus on what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have listened to that Kevin in Tampa.
Yeah.
Well, and then, you don't have to run all the miles at one time.
But you finished, right?
I did. Yes, I did.
Good.
Yeah.
My motto, and when I was in my long races, is even in the desert, literally going like one step closer, just put one foot in front of the other
That's
one.
right.
And it really helps.
Well, I think we spend a lot of time, at least in our culture, thinking that multitasking is what you can do and this is what you should do. And good people do multitasking. Really, can you multitask? No. You really can only do one thing good at one time. And so let's think about that 1 mile we're doing, not thinking about all of the miles, because it's exactly the same concept, I think, of, fooling ourselves that we can multitask. No, we can do lots of things kind of good. But can we do one good thing is the way we need to do it.
Exactly. I think that's some good advice.
So Have you looked into doing the Across Florida 200, Danielle? Have you heard of that race?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
So
it's not, but it is good.
Our friend Andy Matthews, a race director in Florida, he's a race director for A1 Ultra, him and Amy. He attempted it last winter, December last year, and DNF'd at mile 81. And Andy really put in amazing amount of work this year. He's lost some weight. He's been running, preparing for some really hard
Got a
races.
great coach.
Got
Lisa
a good
Smith-Patchen.
coach. So he trained to do Moab this year.
Yep.
Had a good race for him. It wasn't the race he wanted, but
That's a hard course, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it really.
so
Elevation.
So he came back for the Across Florida 200 this weekend, and started the day after Thanksgiving, and he just finished this afternoon. His goal
That's awesome.
was to beat Shae by 1 minute.
He beat me by a lot.
He nearly beat her by like 6 hours. It was fantastic. He had
He
a great
did
run.
so amazing.
Yeah, congratulations
I got to
to you,
pace
Andy.
him for about 15 miles on Friday. So that was like Friday, Saturday night. So that was really fun. Got to take him through our trails.
Well, where a lot of people seem to be slowing down in that last marathon, I didn't see that from him. He stayed consistent through this whole thing, and I think where I was thinking, oh yeah, he's doing this slow thing, and he's going to get to a certain distance, certain time. He surprised me.
Yeah,
I mean,
he had a day 2.
he had a lot of.
He
energy.
had a date based on his mileage. He had the same kind of day 2 in any multi-day. For me, day 2 was always the hardest, right? And then after that, it kind of clicks in because your body realizes, okay, this is what I'm doing. And I think he had the same exact thing.
So definitely consider the Across Florida 200.
we love that race.
Oh, 100%.
We love that
So,
race.
when I
fantastic
sign up
race.
for these crazy races and I tell my husband, oh, I sign up for this. I mean, he's always like, what?
So here it.
I mean, he's very supportive, but yeah, sometimes I have to reel myself in a little bit too.
I would say hear it tonight and go do it if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to fill up really quick. Because by the time they hear this next week, it may be gone. The Two Prairies 50K Ultra just opened up for registration yesterday. That was a race that we're doing. It is a fat ass race, so it's free. It's beautiful, and in the first 24 hours, without any advertisement, we had about 25% of the registration full.
Yeah.
So it's going to be sold out probably in the week.
Yep.
So
Or
anybody
so.
listening, head to Ultra Sign Up and look up the Two Prairies. There's a 50K and a 30K option.
So
There
beautiful,
might be pancakes. I don't know.
beautiful trails, not too far from Gainesville. So,
Cool.
so
I
yeah.
started looking up. There's a lot of races in this area, way more than where I used to live in Boca.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And-
We actually have nice things here.
yeah.
I mean, Boca has
not
nice
just-
things.
I know. Boca's very fancy, but I think a lot of things are very far away too.
There.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot more road races there. Like I when I started doing the trails, I was like, oh my gosh, I'll never go back to road races.
Yes.
Like it's just so different. And I like smaller, like even that one that we did, the gate to gate. It's a smaller race. It's
Yes.
I like those better. I don't like these. So when we did the one in Antelope Canyon, my friend and I were laughing. I think we showed up like 2 minutes before the race started, and I still had to park, still get our stuff on, and literally I go, yeah, this is how I roll.
That's so fun. That is so fun.
Started
That
off
sounds
in
like Shae.
Poland.
That's Shae literally pulls up, flings the
like,
door
"Yeah,
open, grabs her back, puts it on, and starts taking off. There's no pre-race, nothing.
That was Hennepin 100. So Tiffany and I got
stretching.
there. I got to the bathroom. As soon as I finished the bathroom, the race was literally starting. I was like, okay, here we
Eating
go.
a banana, drinking your juice. There you go.
Well, for whatever reason, apparently I thought it was like this everywhere across the country, but the Florida ultra running community is a tight knit, wild, crazy bunch of people. We got it in our crawl this year that people needed to go do the Cowboy 200.
Yeah.
And now suddenly, like it went from one person signed up for it. There's I think 8 Floridians now going to the Cowboy 200 this fall. And all their crew. So, Floridians show up en masse. And there really is a fantastic community and culture around the Florida
breaking
Ultra?
news. Beep, 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 beep. Just now, literally a couple minutes ago, Mike Martinez signed up for the Painted Horse Urban Ultra.
Hey! So yeah, we are definitely trying to build races in Florida that have community around them.
Yeah.
And so you go to any of these and you're going to get to know people, and just like Kevin meeting you at Gate to Gate. This is what I think. This is what I think Florida ultra running is.
It's a lot. It's nice that we're able to share a lot of experiences together and learn things from each other, but also learn about stuff that we may want to do someday, and kind of understand your experience, and you get to understand our experience, and this is a platform for us to be able to communicate and share with so much more and so many more people, and I just love that we're able to do that and bring this to our community.
And it's been
absolutely.
I absolutely have loved the fact that our podcast has been taken up like it has, and that people are tuning in and listening to us. There's other communities like this. We have the 10 Junk Miles, that we love those folks up there in Wisconsin, and they've built a real community around all their races and stuff up there too. But it's just nice that we have outlets like this to share information about our sport and the things we love to do.
Speaking of that, Shae just did the virtual, what was it? The
World's Longest Turkey Trot. Yeah.
World's Longest Turkey Trot virtual. How many miles did you get?
69. So I did want to ask one last question. So for when you do Comrades in June, are you wearing anything special, having anything special on you to recognize your dad?
So my mom made me, so I actually did this little design of because my dad loved cats, and he used to be mechanical. So I designed this little cat with he was in the army. So I did the little army hat with the cat with the little, I call them spanners, like tools.
Okay.
With the little angel wings. So I'll probably wear that same shirt. So I just have dad, and then he's date when he passed. Which, by the way, was the day after my birthday. So that's why I would never forget that. Yeah. So, but yeah, he was such a significant part of my, running, journey, and things that I've learned from him years ago that, still just stick with me. And it's funny because when I would run and I would literally talk to him, well, what do you think about that? Or how do you feel? So it's just, It's just, so I'm definitely going to probably wear one of the shirts. My mom is very artistic, so she makes a bunch of this stuff for me. So I'll just have her do that same emblem for me on the back or something. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. So that's probably what I'll wear.
So somebody who lost their parents, at a very young age, or they were at a very young age, it's just you look for those symbols when you're out running and you see them, and they're just so special.
Yes.
Because you get to feel that person out on a run.
Yeah. 100%.
So that's going to be a great way to honor your dad.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's just it's so because I was looking for a very specific race to do for my 50th. And so my friend and I both turning 50 this year, and we're like, oh, we should go do Comrades. So we literally, I contacted her the other day. I said, let's sign up. So we're going to travel there together. And so we're going to do it together. So I just think it's such a significant race, just because I grew up with it and watch it with him literally every year. And just how excited he was watching it and how much it meant to him. Yeah. So I can still hear that.
Yep. Because it's, I think 23,000 people have signed up for so far. And the Comrades Marathon is 55 or 56 miles.
Okay.
So it's not a marathon. So it is 56 miles. 2024, I believe, will be the 96th race and the 48th down run.
Yeah, so when did it start? In 19 something, right? 1921. 21, yeah. I remember it was it was actually, I think it's the oldest ultra marathon. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it, and it's very
well. And the fun part. So I was looking at the stats because I love stats. So in 1921, there were 48 people doing it. So it's gone from 48 people to 30 plus thousand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the cap? It's like 30 something, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be really fun to know that we know people that are going to be there doing that. Look forward to hearing stories back from that race in the spring and find out how everyone did and what your journey was like. Thank you so much for coming on and talking with us today.
Thank you.
And it's been just wonderful getting to know you over this podcast, just talking to you. I wish I had been the opportunity to meet you in person just like Kevin did, but I'm sure we'll see you out on trail
on Daytona.
Again.
She's doing Daytona 50.
So we'll see you at Daytona then.
I'm wearing a bright pink shirt. You cannot miss me.
All right.
I might wear a bright pink shirt too.
Yeah. Why not?
I think we all need to wear bright pink.
Okay, let's do it.
What's that shorts? The thigh shower shorts?
Yes, the thigh hugger shorts. Oh, you don't want me wearing thigh hugger shorts.
Get your chicken legs out.
All
Oh,
right.
those chicken leg shorts. Yeah, we can wear those. Those really short ones.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah, no, reach out to you guys. We'll meet up in Daytona.
I love
Yes.
it. Yes, that
That'd
would be
great.
amazing.
Pack a pickup.
There you go. All right.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
All
you guys
right.
having me.
Thank you guys. Thank everybody for listening. Thank you for being here. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram and our website, www.where'sthefinishpodcast.com.
And let's go. Alexa, turn the light to bright white.
This is fun.
No, Alexa, turn the light to red light district.
What? She doesn't know what that means.
It's going to flash.
No.
It's going to have
She said she doesn't understand.
She doesn't
it's
understand.
going to have a little sign that says sexy, sexy, sexy.
Alexa, turn the light to sexy.
She doesn't know what that means.
Oh,
It just dimmed a little.
Oh, you don't
Do you
even-
know you can actually set things like that and
can.
say, Alexa, it's sexy time, and it'll play a certain song
Yeah.
and change the lights to something.
It sure will.
Joe, do you have a smart house?
No, but I need to get
you
one.
need to get one.
Yeah.
Say, Alexa,
Actually-
it's chill time, and maybe it'll turn, Alexa, turn the light to cool blue.
So with my Cox internet,
Oh, okay.
internet,
I wasn't sure you
my
remember.
Cox internet, my Cox internet, it's like I have the smart home stuff with it, so I have like the services, and I can add their devices to it, but I just haven't. They gave me a free camera and a free light bulb.
Oh, I have a
whenever
light bulb.
I've got the light bulbs in my front porch and my living room,
don't-
and I have now turned into a home automation dad.
I don't like talking to my house. I don't love it.
Do you not remember Monster? Do you guys remember Monster House, the
Yeah.
Disney
Yeah.
original?
Yeah.
Oh, such a good movie.
Hey, Danielle, just checking on you, see if we got audio.